and then on 8 hours something it says. I should be home in 8 hours. No? Maybe. We might have to do a bit of motorway later. What time are we on now? Let's help if I turn that on. Okay, I'm in third. That's not a great start, is it? So, I've set a fun route. We'll see how I feel after that. Nick Climate visor, it is filthy. Right, let's get out of Exeter and then we'll start the video proper. Hello everybody, I am Slow Rider, this is my world. Welcome to sunny Exeter. Just on my way home from a couple of days down here with Rev Bomb, Touch 29, Ice Diddy, Steve the Dorset Rider, Exeter Rider, Touch 29. I think I've got everyone. Time to go. Mustn't forget time to go. If you watch Rev's live stream, you'll know who Lily Northover is. I met her, that was very nice. Another chap called Simon. Went to the Lexmoto factory, warehouse thing. Sorry, still don't know. It is more of a warehouse, but I think they like to call it a factory. It doesn't matter. The point is, HQ. So today, yeah, I'm riding home. I'm going to try and get a few Bikes and Brews passport places checked off the list on the way home. That's the plan. I'm already regretting the fun route. It is raining. It's not raining too heavily though, it's not too bad. It might clean my visor. Most of the crew went home yesterday. Lily was just a brief visit. Exeter Rider lives in Exeter, obviously. There's just me and Rev left at the hotel yesterday. Separate rooms, just, you know, clarifying. Yeah, I think that's about when the worst experience of the weekend was, to be honest, yesterday evening. Oh, this visor is fucked. Right. So, went down for dinner about 7 o'clock to discover the Brewers Fair at the hotel had a new starter at the till. Someone who I believe is a supervisor running around cleaning up dishes, occasionally bringing up food, occasionally working the till to try and help out. I think there was one person until about 8 o'clock bringing food out from the kitchen, and I wouldn't mind betting there was one chef. It was Good Friday. It was rammed. We were able to get a table reserved for 7:30. That was fine. That's not a problem. Oh, which way am I going? Oh, that way. Okay. We should have gone that way. Don't matter. Doesn't matter. So I'm not concentrating on the road. And there's a reason for that. I'll get to that. I'm telling the story. So yeah, we get I think we were a few minutes deciding exactly whether we were going to be picked up from the bar area or whether we just have to go and queue up again at the waiting to be seated area. But we went up and yeah, waited to be seated, and that was maybe 25 too. And we got a table, sat down, okay, had a quick look at the menu, kinda knew what I wanted anyway. And yeah, we went to the bar to get food. We'd already seen the length of the queue at the bar. Hadn't quite realised how long it was going to take to get through the queue. I think it worked out at something like 40 minutes in the queue. And it's not the new guy's fault. I say that right now, I don't blame him at all. He was trying to get through. He was very new, very wet behind the ears. Yeah, so the order was taken about 8:15. Yeah, it's about 40 minutes in the queue. Bit generous, 35. I actually felt sorry for someone in the queue. They had a young kid, and all they wanted to do was buy a drink. And she came up and she politely asked, "I just need one drink. Can I just nip in the queue ahead?" And I was like, "Yeah, no problem. It's a drink. I mean, seriously, it's a drink. Who gives a fuck?" The guy in front of us was very adamantly, "No, there's one queue for everything. You've got to go to the back." So she did. No fuss, no fuck's sake or anything like that, just okay, no problem. Off she went. Anyway, yeah, so the people in front, I mean, they had seen the length of the queue, they didn't want to wait any longer, I guess, but, I mean, yeah. Anyway, so we did a little live stream 10-15 minutes before the food arrived. That was about 8:30. His food arrived. I had already said I would eat half his meal because you get 2 courses with a meal deal, and he only really wanted a starting platter, but you had to order something. The system wouldn't work any other way. So we got a pizza. Probably should have ordered something smaller. Anyway, so he ate his platter, or most of it. I ate the entire pizza. My food still hadn't arrived. My starter hadn't arrived. I think it was about 9 o'clock-ish my starter arrived, with apologies. You know, like I say, the staff on the ground don't really have a problem with them. I think they were trying their best in circumstances, so I don't understand why there were so few staff around. Perhaps they had assumed it'd be a quiet Good Friday for some reason. I don't know if that place is normally busy. 4 chicken goujon and some dip for, it would have been £6.50. Sounds a little expensive to me, but I mean, it's brewer's fare. It was nice enough. Yeah, so eventually got my main course, fish and chips, big bit of fish, garden peas from a tin, pretty sure they're from a tin, they tasted like they were from a tin. Where's that keep clear on this side of the road? Yeah. Yeah, so I finished the main, I don't know, about 20 past 9. And the potential supervisor lady came out the kitchen. I think we're the closest table, to be honest. But she had been sort of apologising pretty much all night for the delay to food. And she said, "Oh, I made this pudding up in error. Do you guys want it?" And I asked what it was. She said, "Oh, it's chocolate fudge cake." Oh, yeah, I'll have that. I'll finish that off. Thanked her, obviously. And yeah, finished that by about past, and you know, at that point I knew I needed to go back to the room to relax for a bit. I normally have to let my stomach settle a bit after food, so me and my other half try to eat about 6-7 o'clock normally. Sometimes a little bit later if we've got the time. And yeah, I clearly didn't leave enough time to let my food settle. Spent half the night on the toilet letting wind go, and the other half lying down in a bed that I had not been finding comfortable particularly. Which is always fun. Anywho, it's a bit of a damp ending, so yeah, when I got up this morning I didn't even go for breakfast. I didn't even fancy getting cornflakes. I was not feeling great, it's fair to say. Rev went about 9 o'clock, which is about 20 minutes before I eventually got going, so, well, it's just before 9 I think he got going. I was about 10 past quarter excuse me, I was about 10 past quarter past, something like that. So not the greatest evening, not the greatest morning in the world, but we are heading home. Going to take in a couple of... Dear God, where's that come from? Going to try and take in a couple of Bike Brew passport places on the way home. Two, maybe three. Possibly stretch it to 4. And we'll see. But I'm going to call this Tea Shop Hop 2, because I did one a couple of years ago in the Peak District, which went between, well, essentially coffee shops really, but I'm calling them tea shops because I drink tea. The second place I want to go to isn't open till midday, so I've got a bit of time. Reckon I'll get to this first one somewhere around 11 o'clock, and then I think it's maybe an hour and a half to the second place, so I might get there for 12:30, 1 o'clock. And then we'll see where we are from there. Thank you for pulling out in front of me. Much appreciated. Axminster. Never been to Axminster before. Doesn't look like it's up to much. Maybe the nightlife is better. Stony Lane. Let's hope it's not. Come on. Oh, speed hump. Of course. Oh, and another one. Speed humps. And, of course, traffic calming measures. Because, you know, there's a school. Oh, and it's a 20 zone. I mean, they've gone all out for it, haven't they, really? They must have some really reckless drivers around here for the need for all three of those things. That's a bit better now. Still need to clean it. Should have just left it open for a bit. There you go. There's a lesson. You can't see out your visor. Lift it up for a bit. Everything will be dandy. That's not a lesson. Don't listen to that. Do need to clean it though. Oh, has it let me through? I mean, it's jolly nice. Technically I can't because double white, but oh, the open roads. Yeah, this is kind of the weather we would have liked yesterday, but never mind. So, what's the first stop on my latest tea-shop hop? Well, it's on the Bikes and Brews passport, and there are two options really coming this way. One was frighteningly close to Bridgewater. And the other one, my other half liked the sound of. Because it's called Wookiee Hub, or at least I think it's called Wookiee Hub. It's very nearly spelt Wookiee, as in Chewbacca. But the drivers actually did really well there. They must be used to this sort of thing. Up in Manchester, they would have been just, you know, carrying on as normal and then occasionally stopping when the police car was right behind, flashing its lights, going woo, 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 at it. And not just its blue lights, I mean like the white lights as well, like get the fuck out of the way. And then there'll be someone following directly behind it. The police car, I mean, so that they can try and get the queue a bit quicker. You know, not these guys. They were well ordered. Well, I like that. to have a bit of fun. I also don't want to run out of fuel, so I'll occasionally have to change gear. Oh, got some squiggles on the map. That either means a good bit of road or a village. Bit of both, maybe. It's only a recommended 30, not an actual 30. Nope. Yeah, into reserve fuel. Need to seek out a petrol station now. I was hoping I might make it to the first stop, but never mind. Follow the route or try and find petrol. Let's see if we can see down there. If we have Erd. Not sure. It says town centre that way. Stop and put a map on, I think. See if we can find a petrol station. It might mean turning around. Okay, do you know what? We're gonna pull up here. Strictly speaking, shouldn't be pulling up onto the pavement. But I need to sort out petrol. I'm going to go up to Broadsheard Road. Okay, so we're going to deviate a little bit. I could have just gone there, couldn't I? Well, let's roll off here. And then let's wait for a point where I can roll off here. I mean, that used to be a petrol station. I think this is the road. This is the road. She doesn't want me to go down, but I'm going to go down. She's going to say, you're going the wrong way. I know I'm going the wrong way. The bike needs sustenance, okay? This isn't as far out of the way as I thought it was, actually. Be able to get in, get out, get to the food stop, and not have run out of camera battery. Diesel's only 185. I only have E10 though. Well, he could have pulled up further, no? Oh no, there's a car in front. I can't get between those two. That's a definite no. Supreme, it says. Still E5. Oh, no, it's E5. Ooh. E5, and it's 151.9. No, we'll go this way. Unusual of them to have E5s the only thing on the button, but maybe it's a Texaco thing, not Tesco thing, Texaco thing. But with fuel, I can go. Maybe not that quickly, but I can go. I'm hoping we're not far away now, because I kind of want to be there. If I'm still on time according to the sat-nav, I've got 18 minutes. Okay. Perplexed. Jesus Christ. Don't think any of these guys have got electric cars. There's no fucking way they're getting down here. Actually, van must have come this way down. This is just a link road to get across to this other main road, isn't it? Oh, crap in the road though, Jesus. Let's see, nothing coming that way, nothing coming that way. It's a little bit wider. Cowpat's more than rocks, but still. Am I even going to the right place? I hope I am. Oh, this does look like a main road we're coming out onto. Should be 8 minutes if we're to time. Ah, probably could have gone before then. Never mind. Nope, we're on it. Oh. Okay, apparently it's this one. Well, they might have got away with going that way. It says it's here. Okay. I guess the groceries is there. Well, I guess it is a hub. There we go. Still recording? Yeah, fucking hell. Made it. Bonus! This apparently is the wiki hub. Let's get a cup of tea.